Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock. With news, those in China's trade orbit are doing well, those not, less so. But first in the US, retail sales were flat again last week, with a year-on-year gain of just 1.2%, and lower than the prior week's 2.1% gain on the same basis. And there is no stirring of overall consumer price inflation in the US either, still running at 1.7%. But food is up 3.9%, medical care is up 4.9%, and used cars are up a very sharp 10%. The overall CPI is being held back by sharp falls in petrol, fuel, and rents are also falling sharply now. China's exports rose almost 10% on a year-on-year basis in September, and that was as expected. But their imports surged more than 13% on the same basis, and that was far more than expected. In fact, no increase was expected. This has resulted in a much smaller trade surplus, even though both exports and imports were at record highs. China's domestic demand is helping revive international trade. And vehicle sales in China rose at a faster rate in September, up an impressive 12.8%. Compared with the same month a year ago, and now running at 24.8 million per year, making this the world's largest car market and well ahead of the US. China's sales of new energy vehicles jumped 67%. In Germany, economic sentiment reversed in a widely watched October survey. It was a sharp retreat and reversed some strong recent gains, triggered by renewed pessimism over Europe's fast-rising second pandemic wave, and it took equity markets lower with it. And the WTO has ruled that American subsidies for Boeing justify the EU imposing $4 billion in countervailing tariffs. The US Treasury 10-year yield is lower by 5 basis points this morning, now at 0.73%. And the price of gold is down $31 an ounce, or 1.6% this morning, now at $1,891 an ounce. Oil prices are up by about $1.50 today, now just under $40.50 a barrel in the US, while the international price is up a bit less to just on $42.50 a barrel. The Kiwi dollar will start today marginally lower at 66.4 US cents. Against the Australian dollar, we're firm at 92.5 Australian cents, and a gain of half a cent. Against the euro, we're also firm at 56.6 euro cents. That means our trade-weighted index is slightly higher at 69.8. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.